Hey, we're live. If you guys were looking for Cleveland today, matter of fact, I'll wait a minute until people get on because I know they will be. Oh, we got one on here now. If you guys are waiting for a Cleveland video of the flights today, I didn't get any. My internet modem, was giving me a fit, and I said, you know what? This is the last contest of the year. I'm going to try to fly and do something. Well, I put up a test flight today prior to the wind coming up, and I waited my turn, and I flew. I didn't think it was all that great, but I ended up getting third. Third place, man. I haven't had third place in so long, it's ridiculous. But Bob McDonald won, and John Paris beat me by 5 points. And the win was just horrendous. So I think that I deserve one contest without having to monkey with cameras and stuff. So that's what happened. That's why there's no Cleveland footage today. But we are going to do some Thunderbolt work, or at least try. And we'll see what happens. So let's get to work. So I need to find, do we have audio? I mean, I got 7 guys in. I can never tell what's going on. Let's see here. Yeah, set this here. I got no place to set anything. And we'll switch this view here. Billy was not there. Audio is great. Yeah, Bill was not there. So he didn't get to look at my propeller. Oh well. Speaking of that, where the heck is that thing? Must be out in the car. Yeah, I'll check it out after the video. So we need to finish up this floor. So the next thing I need to do is I need to cut a dashboard, instrument panel, whatever you want to call it. I need to cut need to take this out. Remember, it was just tacked in there. And I need to sand just slightly on this thing. Get a pen. I know I got pens. I got lots of pens now. Will they work? That's the main thing. More than likely not. Yeah, it works. Okay. Now, Chris was there, and he said that he uses some of my balsa cutting techniques or whatever. In order to make this a perfect fit, we're going to scribe this with the pen right along there, and then we'll sand it to that line. And I want to take 3/4 of an inch off the front. See, did you see I just put a mark there? That's my 3/4 guess. How close do you think I am to 3/4? There we go. Okay, I will set this. We'll set this at 3/4, and then we'll see how close we are. Okay, this is set at 3/4. That was my guess. Oh, I'm 3/16 off. I'm at an inch. Almost an inch. So we're going to take that much off. 7/8. Because that's where the line is on the skin. Close enough. And I'm sorry I can't move the camera around. It's just, it's amazingly difficult for me to do this. So I'll just cut it off camera here. And it'll have to do. I mean, you guys have all seen balsa wood cut, I think. Lord knows I've cut enough on camera. Okay. I tore that, so I need to put a little CA drop on there. That'll do it. Chris. Hey, Bob. Yeah. What was I going to tell you? So we'll come up to that line and we'll see if it's nice and straight. Yeah, 3rd place is better than nothing, but what I need to do is fly. I don't fly. It's my 20th flight for the year. Yeah, it's close enough. Let's see if this fits perfect. It does not. Why? What is the story here, Larry? Let me take a little bit more off that. I want these joints. Thank you, Bob. I want these joints perfect. Otherwise, you stand a chance of dust getting into the cockpit. So whatever I got to do to close that off, and I don't want to add wood on it because all that does is add weight. So a little bit of sanding and fitting. And now let's see this. My dashboard. Jim Lynch says that I should put this big dashboard in here. But I don't think I'm going to. Only that it's down too far. So we will forego that, and I will sand and fit one to go in there perfect. So now that I got this floor oh, thanks. Now that I've got this floor fitted, we're going to glue it in. Want to make sure that it's pretty much right straight along the datum line. And a nice tight fit. So that looks pretty good. We'll tack it in again. I'm just tacking it because it could possibly have to come out again. Yeah, now to make sure that the pilot's sitting in the right spot again. Yeah, he'll be in the right spot. Yeah. Now, originally, the real P-47, the instrument panel is straight up and down. But I'm going to angle it slightly so that you can see it from the circle, standing at the circle. Because if I put it straight up and down, it'll be hidden underneath this overhang. So I'm going to lean it forward probably a quarter of an inch. That's slightly. I mean, that's not scale, but we ain't building scale airplanes, so I ain't worried about it. That instrument panel will be out of 3/32. Same thing as the floor. Let's see here. Where is that template head? No, there it is. I'm going to use this dashboard instrument panel as the template because it does fit. It's just too tall, too wide. The it'll just take a second for me to cut this, and then we'll sand it to fit perfect. Sanding. And then we're gonna, after I get this done, we're gonna shoot the olive drab inside there. Get it all olive drabbed out, and I'll start to finish the thing. Yeah, my flight, Bob, wasn't too awful hateful for, like I say, 20 flights for the year. I wish I wouldn't have thrown away my better flight, though. The first flight I had was better. My practice flight. And I know better than to put up a practice flight because it's always a throwaway. Okay, let's see if we can get it to fit perfect. So we need to come in on the sides quite a bit. This is all done by eye. I mean, there's because it's leaning, it's a strange shape. It's not round, it's oval. So it's a bit of sand, fit, sand, fit. Yeah, it's almost there. Oh, I know what I was talking about. Chris gave me a TD-049. Now, I have a Cobra I was going to work on after this airplane, and I'm still going to work on that this winter, but we're going to build a half-A stunt ship with that TD. Maybe that'll get some people coming to the channel. They like that half-A stuff. So right there and right there. Have about a 35-inch wingspan. I'll let you guys decide what I should build. Should I make it look like a Nobler, an Aries, a Shark, something classic, or just my design? I can make it look like anything I want. Ah, damn. Forced it open, and that ain't no good. Gotta take some more off of it. So I gotta tack it back together. Better tack this time. Okay. Yeah, it was so close. So I need to mark this. A Continental, I don't know. Right there. Right there. We were talking today at the contest about how many hours one of these takes and what they're worth, and you couldn't, nobody could pay for one of these. That looks pretty good like that. What do you think? Is that tight enough fit? Yeah. And control line guys ain't gonna pay much. And that's how you get things to fit perfect. Sand fit, sand fit. Now, if you look here, it's closer here than it is there, but that's not a problem because it's not glued there. So we'll push this down till it's even. And we'll glue that. And yeah, 50 cents an hour. I don't work for 50 cents an hour. So let's see here. So go across that, tighten that up. Now you would think that you're done here, but this is only 16th inch sheeting. That pilot bouncing up and down there would take that out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run some joist in there, stringers, longerons, whatever you want to call them. I just need to make sure that they don't interfere with the push rod. So if I go to the side of it here, let's do it this way. Okay, so the pilot is sitting ahead of the flap, so I can run them cross braces this way. Put two right under the pilot. Actually, I want to put a piece of light ply under there for the pilot to screw to. So let's just put these in and then I'll do the pipe or the so how much do I want them? I want them approximately a 1/4 inch. So now I could make it lock into this too. Or can I? Yeah, it's going to have to. Actually, what I need to do is run one right across there. Yep, I see exactly how to do it now. to make it super strong. Let's see, how high does it? It does not. It does come up only in the back. So only, I don't have to worry about it at all. The push rod would not even touch that. So we don't have to worry about it. That's good. So we'll cut some 1/4-inch pieces here. Yeah, I was only out of second by 5 points. That's not too bad. Could be worse. I think I'll put this one here and glue that on, and then sand it off. Make it square. The reason I didn't fly the second round is I remember a time in Memphis with my Thunderbolt when John Simpson had me by a 1/2 point and the wind was going in it, and I knew better than to fly. And I turned it up, and I had a long ride home from Memphis to St. Louis with a broken airplane in the back. And better part of discretion says, nah, we don't need a trophy, second place trophy that much. What was the plane you had back in the 90s? That was a Viper. I still got it. It's hanging on the wall in St. Louis. That airplane, too heavy. That's why I didn't see much service. Damn, nice looking, but I let the paint gun get ahead of me. Yeah, that airplane didn't see much service. It's just too heavy. Well, you can go to the photo gallery and see one. It's up in the photo gallery. So this is how we're getting rid of any vibration. We're just putting some stringers on it, some longerons. I don't know what the hell you call them. I should know, seeing as that I was an AMS, but I don't remember. All I know is it strengthens up the floor immensely for no weight, so that's all that matters. Might go across it with an X or something. I gotta figure out where the pilot button goes. But he's definitely getting a 440 bolt to hold him to the floor. An 049 Viper, huh? I don't want to build a beam wing 049. I said I'd build it. I didn't say I'd make a career out of it. It would be hard to do. I wish the camera situation was better, that I had somebody to help me, but I don't. So alas, we have to do it by myself. Oops. Buenas noches. Must gotta be Portuguese. Gotta be Portuguese. I probably, if I got dropped into a place that spoke Portuguese, I probably could speak it within a month or so. For you guys that don't know, Spanish has different dialects or whatever. They, like for napkin, servilleta or toalla. So which one do you call it? Depends on where you are. So you kind of got to get dropped in there and. Okay. See, I built a beamer that was small enough to be mounted on his hat. Yeah. See how much work goes to the inside of the airplane? It's not just the outside. If you want a good one. Oh, I can't do that. Shoot. I can't do what I want to do, so I'm just going to have to forego the screw and use silicone to glue the pilot down. So let's do this. I know some people say, why silicone? Well, silicone is kind of elastic, kind of rubbery, so it dampens the vibration, and he will not come out of there. Like John said, they put in glass windows with silicone. I just need to make this so it doesn't have any resonance. I guess that's how you say it. In it. So we'll exit. Make sure that it clears. I think it will. Oh yeah, that's fine. You quoted my famous saying. That's what I was telling Vince when he commented about how his lowest appearance points. I quoted your famous saying to him. Which one is that? I have a lot of them. I have a lot of them. So let me know which one you told him, so I know what to tell him when I see him. We need that to fit pretty good, so I need to do what? Cut this at a miter. This is an eyeball miter. Sparky, Oh, great, Greg. Yeah, lot of guys who fly RC. Anybody that thinks U control is easy, I want you to take your RC airplane and fly it no farther than 70 foot from you, and all the pullouts have to be 5 foot off the ground. It ain't gonna happen. But that's what we have to do. There we go. Let's glue that in. At least give it a tack. What is with this glue? Why are you giving me a fit? There we go. Okay. So that's part of it so far. Oh yeah, that made it stout. Need one more piece. One more piece. I think we can get it out of this. With half ice size, the bigger airplanes fly easier than the half A's, but a lot of guys don't want to mess with the big stuff because they cost so much. You know, that's the neat thing about control line. You can just do whatever you're comfortable doing. If you don't want to do a big airplane, make a small airplane. The biggest thing is just try something, and what'll happen is you'll get the joy of building and flying and being able to feel that on the end of the line. It'll become addicting. That's pretty good. We were talking today out at the circle with a couple of guys, and they know I'm a friend of Bill W. And what's a friend of Bill W? I haven't drank in over 30 years. So I'm a recovering alcoholic. And if it wasn't for model airplanes, I'd still be drinking. You can't believe how much stiffer that made the cockpit floor. That ain't going nowhere. These things only have to be strong enough to fly, not strong enough to crash. Because you can't build one strong enough to crash. Now this is something nobody will ever see except for here on the stream. Nobody will ever see this. But to me, it's worth doing, and worth doing. I know those joints are perfect. I know they're on there square. That's well worth it to me, just to know that it's done right. And if anything happens, congratulations on what? Oh, on 30 years? Oh, yeah. Thank you. Keep coming back. It works. And that's pretty crazy to sand the inside of the airplane like that. I just do it because I can. All this was, I mean, I probably could still work. Looking at this in the shadows here, and I probably could sand a little more of this out. But how much do I want to do? I don't know. Got some pretty big grooves inside there. That turned out nice. That turned out good. Now the biggest thing when you're doing these molded skins and stuff to watch for, to look for, or whatever, is this datum line right here. When you put this down, when I go ahead and glue that down, I'm going to glue it down with white glue. Does it fit perfect? And it does. So when I pull it down, and I'm going to tape it down and let it dry overnight, does it fit perfect? And it does. I have one spot up here that's kind of wide. I can't pull it down far enough, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and yeah, S1 Ringmaster. And it's classic legal. And in the right hands can beat you in Pampa Stunt. Just ask Joe Gilbert. That guy can fly the pants off a Ringmaster. I was looking, I got back today and I was getting ready to do this stream, and I had lost this rudder. And then I looked at the other rudders that I got already built up on there. I'm going to build another one. I got to get it lighter. I got to get it lighter. I see. I even I have my, can't go any lower. I don't think. Yeah, I can. I have my doors already glued on here, and they're arced. They're not straight doors. They're molded doors. So they're correct, and they're in the right position when they go close. They would close up the gap. A seam. They're never gonna go close, but in order for it to look right, they need to look like when they hinge close, they really close. Attention to detail, because this will probably be my next year Nat if it flies good. My next year's Nat's airplane. I also learned today that the rule passed that it doesn't have to be under 64 ounces. It's going to be 10 times the weight, so it's 10G, just like FAI for line pull. You can use any lines you want as long as they pass the 10G pull test. But I certainly don't want an airplane 70 ounces, but it gives me a sigh of relief if I don't have to go completely hog nuts. I'm going to try to keep it light, try to keep it under 64 anyway. But let's say I go over a little bit, I still can use 15 thousandths wires. That to me is so important. 18 thousandths wires as opposed to 15 thousandths wires is like night and day. Dragging around those 1/4 inch cables. Electric. A lot of guys are going electric. I got some electric stuff for sale. If you're looking for battery chargers and boards and stuff, I've got to sell. I got 3 chargers, 2 power packs, some circuit board. Just a lot of. I got a lot of junk, but I got to sell that stuff. But I'm really not the guy to ask about electric. I built 5 purpose-built electric airplanes. I built 3 Crossfires and 2 Vipers, electric. And well, I also built an electric P-47, but I never finished it. I sold it to Tom Morris, and Tom Morris sold it to Ty Marcucci. Same size P-47 as this, only electric. If you go back on my channel and look for the electric P-47, the build is on there. And I was finishing it. I was painting the tips and getting, but I knew, because I built 5 of these, I knew that it was going to be way too heavy for electric power, in my opinion. So I didn't want to mess with it, and got off it. Another thing, I can't remember the guy's last name, Veslinsky or Wazinski or whatever. He was out tracing the flights today. Yes, they did approve spectral lines. He was out tracing the flights today, and I got his permission to pull his tracings off the internet, and we're going to spend, once they're up, we're going to spend time critiquing my flight. I don't know, we'll just do my flight. But my thought was to tell him to write a program to score the flight, right, real time. You know, because if you look at his tracings, he's got a circle, you know, where it should be. And Bob Hunt has the best loops I've ever seen. He stays inside that circle. That would be a 40. I mean, and let the computer judge the 40, and then any deviation inside and out. We're going to talk about that on this channel. My flight wasn't great, but I want to talk about how we could get a scoring method to go. You know, if you deviate out in 1 or 2 spots, it's down 2 points or 3, whatever. Somebody's going to have to come up with a figure, because you're allowed plus or minus a foot. I don't know. But I just think that's neat. Technology is kind of cool that them guys are doing that math and making that work. Of course, the Almoff brothers, or Almoff boys, had some molded airplanes that him and his dad were working on that were real cool, made out of blue foam. And they're hot wiring blue foam into 1/8-inch strips and fiberglassing it on both sides in a mold. They're 3D printing the buck, because those kids are a lot smarter than me or have more time on their hands. They know how to run the 3D printer. If I could figure it out, I'd buy a 3D printer. But like I've said before, there's not enough time left in my life to learn all these programs and stuff. I'm doing real good just to write PHP and run stun hanger and all this other stuff, you know. And I bought that laser cutter and 3-axis CNC router. But G code's another language. When I get back home in St. Louis and I can sit down and I'm not working and spend 1,000 hours figuring it out, I probably can figure it out no problem. Or by then they might have some kind of program that where I can just draw a picture and it'll figure the G code out for itself. But for now, you gotta write the G code. There's not enough time left in my life to learn all that crap. And I think we're headed for some pretty bad times, like really bad times here shortly. So I don't know how much of this we're going to do. Anyway, I got the cockpit floor in. Finally, it took a few nights. Yeah, 30 frames a second. Well, they do it with diving. You know, they got, I can't remember, somebody told me that their friend wrote that program that puts the NFL football lane first down on. I mean, that's amazing. So tomorrow, or not tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, we'll come back, and I'm not sure whether I'm going to spray this green inside first. I might do that. How much do I want the rudder to weigh? Nothing. Little as possible. 0. I can't remember what it weighs here now. Yeah, how much do I want it to weigh? Nothing. Come on, get going. There we go. This thing's 20 grams. That's not good. This one here is 24 grams. This one here, if I wouldn't have broke it, weighs 17 grams. We might go back with this one. I don't know. I might repair this rudder and use it. See, I broke the leading edge right here. I also put a hole in the covering, but I got some Jap tissue. I might fix that leading edge. That's what I'll probably do. Fix this leading edge, recover this one. It's 17. I'd like it to be 7 grams, but it's not going to happen. There's just so much wood here on this airplane that it's this ain't your typical lawn dart. I don't know what we're up to as far as weight goes, but it's all going on, nothing coming off. All right, guys, we've been on for an hour. Thanks for watching. Remember, the update was the reason the reason I didn't show anything is because I went flying today. I got some of these things here. Here's one from 2009. I'm the first master in when FCM started that in 2009. Well, that's the way it goes. Been around a day or two. Okay, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.